Hi, welcome to another cooking session with me. I know, don't you want to say like, oh, another cooking session with somebody else, but okay, well, you stuck with me forever. So anyway, this is Just You Me channel, and I'm going to show you today how to cook the #1 dish at Indochine. This dish make us famous, and I mean it. This one we introduced to our restaurant, I would say about 2 years into owning the restaurant, because you know we originally are serving mostly Thai food. That's because these are the dish that I love the most. I love beef and I love big piece steak, but I also love the way how we actually cook them too. In Vietnamese, we do a lot of this when you go to a Vietnamese restaurant. It's called shaking beef. Or if you go to Vietnam, it's called bò lúc lắc, right? But we just call ourselves beef cubes. I know, flame beef cubes, because actually when you cook it at the restaurant, it's really high heat and with butter, and it actually has some flame up. But I hope it won't be flaming anything up today at home here. So, and you shouldn't be trying that either at home. So we just call that beef cubes. Okay, so why? Because the way we cut the beef. So now, but before I go on to show you how to talk about the beef, I'm going to talk to you about the sauce. This is our #1 sauce. It's called the Essential Cooking Sauce. Long time ago when I first started coming out with this sauce, I asked my friend Mary Murphy, I said, I don't know what I should name this. I don't want to call like soy sauce or whatever. She was like, this is so essential to every dish at Indochine that I think you should call them essential sauce. So then people are like, oh my God, how amazing, how smart that is. And then people start going to the restaurant and asking to buy essential oil, you know, like the one where you probably put on, I don't know, one of those things. But so we thought, okay, so people still call them essential oil now, and that's fine with us. But as all we know, it is essential. And then because we actually use this on fried rice, on a lot of stir-fry dishes that later you get to see. I also use this on marinade steak, marinade burger. I mean, you can use this on almost every dish. I even put this on like spaghetti marinara sauce. Yeah, I know. For those of you who purists of Italian food, all right, I get it. But hey, if I just need some savory taste, I use this. Okay, so. Right, we have two versions of this. This is this essential sauce that actually not vegan, but these are gluten-free. There's another essential cooking sauce. It would say vegan essential cooking sauce is gluten-free, but it's actually vegan. So for those of you who cook vegan style, then you're just gonna buy the other sauce, okay? And then these is actually come in again 12 ounces, which is 24 tablespoons, and most of the dish only use about 2 tablespoons. Because if you can tell, I mean, like if you're looking at the jar, so it said mild and it's gluten-free right here, and then if you turn it to the back, it will tell you the MSG is free, cholesterol free, peanut free, dairy free. And the reason why it's not vegan, because it make with shellfish, it make with a little, you know, like the oyster extract. So therefore, so anyway, but this is the sauce we're gonna cook today. Now, this dish is also super fast. I know what dish I make so far that not fast, but this is super fast. Now, this is the beef. Now we can buy, well, you want to splurge, you can do filet mignon, but then this dish is gonna boost you back about $29 on your own, which is not a good thing. So you can buy any other steak, you know, like sirloin, New York, it's fine. It's ideas that you're gonna cut them into this square pieces, see? Because they're called beef cubes, right? Not beef slice, whatever, so beef cubes. And this is about half a pound, so it goes a long way. And then, of course, we are going to, what makes this dish also is a lot of garlic. Like the whole, I think about the whole teaspoon of garlic is crushed, so it's fresh. And then, of course, I'm going to need butter. Now, this one, you can see the little butter here. At the restaurant, we actually melted the butter and we only use the top layer, which is clarified already. So that one, it doesn't burn your beef. And number two, is healthier. So the top layer of the clarified butter is what we use. So we do it at the restaurant. We just actually clarify them for you to make everything kind of healthy. And then, of course, black pepper. And of course, all the recipes going to be on our website as well as down below in the comment. Then You know, a lot of people consider this a salad dish, and you can too. This is perfect dish where you eat without actually having to worry about any kind of carbs, right? If you wanted to eat this strictly with just rice, is fine, or with just salad is fine. At Indochine, we make a little vinaigrette, and you can actually use some apple cider and just sprinkle them on here. It's nice because it balances out the sweet and the savory of the dish. So you will see it. I already put them in here already. And then if you want to take the time and decorate, then you can always do the cucumber, the tomatoes, all that. But none of that, you know, is required unless you just kind of cook it and chow down right away. This dish is very favorite with a lot of boys who go to college, who know how to cook this stuff. So I would say if you have boys that eat a lot, girls that eat a lot, adult that eats a lot, you might want to combine these with some garlic noodles. And I will show you how to make garlic noodles in another episode because it's a really popular one as well. So okay, now, remember how I told you about I would like to have everything in my dish kind of look similar shape? So since this is the beef cube, so it have the square shape, I like to make my onion to have a square shape as well. So you see how it's half of it, right? I just like tear this 2 layer out first. It depends on how much onion you want. So I'm going to just cut this from here to here, like about 3/4 of an inch. I know, if you're unsure, just take the tape measurement and no, I'm just kidding. You can do that too if you want. I probably wait at first just so I get my bearing, you know, but okay, so 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch, up to you, but do not do like a whole inch because that's way too big. And then, so you want to cut them like this. I will show you when I am done. And it's just really one of those things where, so you see how that look like this? See? That's it. Same thing. And then you just kind of, if you want to, if your knife skill is solid, you can stack them up. But if not, then do individual. We do not want accident when you do this. Okay, so you can do an individual one by cutting them straight down like this. You see, so you have sort of like a square piece. You see that? That's what you want. So I love onions, so I'm going to just cut quite a few pieces there. All right, so you see, so you have kind of like that. Once in a while, you might have like a little bit of a rectangular, but okay. You probably wouldn't care. I do care, but you do not care. So, all right. So now we have it enough here. So we're going to start cooking. This one's really, really fast. Again, I'm using my wok. Now, if you don't have a wok, you can use on the stove top. Just make sure it's on high heat and make sure that it's seared. It's hot enough where you want the seared side. You want the beef to be seared on one side and then sear on the other side. That is the trick about this. I guess it's a secret about this dish is because you want them seared on all sides as much as possible, but then inside is still soft. That's why the beef is not chewy. And you notice I did not marinate at all. And for those hundreds of thousands of people that have eaten this beef cube dish, they're always wondering why we did not even marinate it. We don't need to. If you marinate the meat, it might be very chewy. So don't. Just follow exactly how I show you, and then you have a perfect beef cube, okay? You'll be like the hero or the heroine in the kitchen if you do this dish correctly. Again, I'm going to put it onto 400, which is high, if you use the stove top. And then now, when you put in the butter, and then when you put in the beef, it might be scary. And I will tell you why. Because it's going to splatter all over. Then you want to go ahead, maybe reduce it down to medium a little bit if you're afraid. Also, you can tell, I use a longer tongue when I do this because I kind of want to be like this, like away from it. If I wear something nice or something, I don't want the oil on me, I want it to stand away a little bit there. It's just something that I wanted you guys to know, so that when you teach this to someone or when you do it at home, to be safe. Safety is important to me, very important to me. So we definitely don't want you to have, things that's all over the places either. Well, it'd be help if I actually plug in the wok. But sometimes I forget. It's so easy that, what the heck? What happened? Normally only takes 30 seconds. Okay, so because I didn't have a chance like at my restaurant to clarify everything, as you can tell, it's kind of like a murky down here a little bit. So I'm just going to use the top layer of it. I mean, we're not gonna, it's not like you're gonna have a heart attack if you do it like this, but I kind of like to use only as much as I can. You can tell, and leave the rest. You can tell, you see how it's all over the place already. So you want to make sure you put them in the meat quickly. Then you stop it from going all over. And here I'm at 400. I'm still going to keep at 400 because I have the long tongue, so I'll be like back here, right? So you want to leave it. And this is why I'm going to tell you, do not touch for 1 minute. Like if you have to, if you must put it on the phone, I'll put a timer on, but you do not touch any of these for 1 full minute. Why? Because you want this to sear. Because if you keep tossing it, because I know people are very nervous about doing this, right? So you keep tossing it, you become more like stir frying it, then it will ooze out with the juice, and it would not going to give you that, that tender of the meat that you want. So you see, it's a very highly disciplined dish to do. So I always say to people at this point, you can text somebody if you want, but do not stay away from the kitchen. Do you see how? See, this is how you want it to sear. I'll show you that what you want. So you want this thing sear on that one side. You see this how it is? So you want to do that. So now sear enough. I'm going to toss it. If you have time, you can actually try to flip each one of them by itself, but of course, who have time? So I'm going to just try to flip as much as I can here. So all sides get, okay. Now this is when I'm putting in my onion. I want to put in my onion at this point. I also like my onion to be kind of, not soft. I like my onion to be a little bit crunchy still, but I'm going to put it on here. You see, so the smoke of it going to help cook the onion a little bit without putting more water onto the meat. That make it really, really chewy. So you see, so now I'm going to toss. So everything is caramelized really nicely now. So I'm going to add in my essential cooking sauce. This is about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to put in my garlic. You can tell I never put garlic in when there's an oil in here because then it's going to burn it, right? Now, if you don't have a problem with sugar, like you can have some, you definitely can put in some because that helps caramelize it really, really quickly on the wok here. And then, of course, you're going to put in your black pepper, like a pinch is fine. But that's it, really. This is all done. I wish you can actually be here because you smell all the garlic. I mean, the whole entire house is smell garlic right now. And that's it, really. The minute you put in all of that, so the total dish, the total minute that takes for this dish, if you have a timer on, should be 3 minutes. From top to bottom, right? From the start to finish. So what I'm going to do would be, I am going to set it here. I'm going to unhook this real quick so I can get the thing here. All right. See, so what you want to do is to impress people. You actually want to make sure you put them on top nicely. See? You can tell. It smells. The butter, it just tastes so good, and you can tell like the meat's still very soft. You see, and it's really like if I can just pinch it out. See, that's what you want. You don't want this to be completely well done. And then you can be calling me and go, hey, how come it did not taste like in Indochine? And I would tell you, I would ask you, I would interrogate you, I would question you like, how long did you leave it for? Did you leave it exactly 1 minute on one side? All that kind of stuff. And you do not want to answer me at that time because I'd be like, what? Did you not listen to what I had to say? Anyway, so here you go. The juice are delicious and you can tell. I mean, like the onion are just perfectly cooked. So they are not, too wilty, I guess I call them. So there you go. Now again, like a typical dish of all the Asian dishes, especially Vietnamese too and Thai, we love roasted peanut. So we literally, but then again, if you have people allergic, do not. So you're gonna put it onto the side if you want. But on the top here, this is the little you call them like a crispy onion. So we cut them really, really thin, and we literally saute this until it dry like this, and it tastes delicious. It's really sweet. One of these videos, I'm going to show you how to do that. It's just a very long process, but it's a really good process. It's really nice because you bite into something crispy, and then the softness, like a filet mignon texture of the beef, and then the savory, and then when you hit the bottom of it, you get that whole apple cider, the vinaigrette. It's just a perfect dish. It's just, I can't tell you why it is so popular at Indochine. So, all right, so now you got your wish. You got to know how to cook the flame beef cubes, the most popular dish at Indochine, and I hope that you will cook more because this is really easy to do. So what you want to do at home would be, if you want to have your children do this, buy the beef, prep them, cut them, put them in freezer, so whenever they feel like they want to cook it, they bring them out, because almost everything else you have at home already. They don't want to eat lettuce, fine, no need for lettuce. All you need, really, the dish is just the beef and the sauce and the butter and the garlic. That's it. All right. So thank you so much for watching another cooking session with me. And then I hope you cook. And then thank you so much. And I will see you in the next cooking session again.